everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the 49ers coming in at 0-7, going up against the Saints, who come in at 1-6. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback out of Nevada. Still a 49er, it's Colin Kaepernick.
And all we kept hearing was that he was going to be somewhere else, didn't we? The trade rumors were all over the place. What were we talking about? Denver? I think the Jets there was some discussion about.
Buffalo a little bit.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
a little bit, but he's back in San Francisco. And if Carlos Hyde runs the ball real well, we may see flashes of the old Colin Kaepernick off of the run game where he can use his legs as well as throw the ball downfield.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Still first down.
That's not new.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And a first carry now for Hyde. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Off the play fake to Hyde. Here's Kaepernick. He's got time. Going up top. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And incomplete to open things up. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And now it's second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go!
The former 49er, this is Frank Gore. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. On first down, it's Gore. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Jackson now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Aaron Lynch from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to walk one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners are going to take possession, albeit deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. That was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And Carlos Hyde's such a physical, tough runner. People are talking about him changing his style. I don't think he should change a thing, and I know he wants to add catching the ball to his arsenal as well.
One thing's for sure, he said in the offseason, he told us he's happy to be in a Chip Kelly offense, isn't he?
No doubt about it.
They go play action for Hyde. Now Kaepernick to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player, drafted as a pitcher. He kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he?
Yeah, he let that one go, didn't he? That was a catcher putting down the number 1 signal for the fastball and turning it loose. It was needed in that situation, though. He had to throw a tight spiral and a hard one in order to get it in there for a completion.
Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to the ground. This time it's high. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle made there by Phillip Wheeler. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. This one complete, right side to McDonald. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Now on second down, this is Gore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
On the counter, Gore. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Slot man moves right. They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Will Redmond. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
First down, a run with Hyde. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. This will be caught at about the 5. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And back to the ground. Hyde. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Kaepernick. He's got time in the pocket. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Torrey Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They come out 5 wide, throw them to the right side. Jackson now. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just been driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country
I
roads.
certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Well, they've had a pretty... frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick surveying the field. And that is incomplete.
That's a really fine play there, because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the lead moves to 10-0. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on...
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here's Connor Barth for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Kaepernick to hide on the draw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
No matter what play call you have on, you're always conscious of edge pressure disrupting you. And it doesn't matter whether it's a pass or a run. And in this case, it was a draw, and the edge pressure came in and destroyed the play.
Here's Kaepernick. And his pass, incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson. And that'll make it third down. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Throwing is Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. This one complete, right side to McDonald. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He dumps it to Hyde. He won't go down. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Kaepernick now on 1st down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. Out to the flat for Hyde. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we've hit halftime here. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Gore. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Jackson now. They go with a screen to Gore. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. On the run, Dunbar. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd down following the run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Throwing is Jackson. And Cooks has it over the middle. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now with Dunbar. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to the rookie, DeForest Buckner. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Gore back there is the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, if you're going to snap it inside the 10-yard line and Frank Gore is in your backfield, probably a pretty good idea to give it to him, isn't it?
Coming into 2016, 46 of his 70 touchdowns from inside the 10. They come out here in the I. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And getting this just shy of spotted at the 49.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Carew's got it, complete. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, 49ers. Leonte Carew with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Here's Cooks on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Time to establish the run game. It's Gore. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They come out here in the eye. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Defense. The penalty is declined.
Extra point try now for Dawson. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Saints defense, we watch them get set to go. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Frank Gore and company trotting back out there as they get set to go again on offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him, maybe the guys up front, combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go.
Jackson now. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Back to throw again. That is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there. And it's 3rd and short.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seam. In the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away. For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. but it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A dump off here for Gore. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Frank Gore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well.
Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to a good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll come out in the pistol. He'll look to throw. Caught right side. It's Snead. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans first down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come out here in the eye. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tavares Jackson taking it in. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Love the excitement we've got going here. If they just scored the touchdown, they're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling mood. What do you do in this situation?
I think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop him one more time.
And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to wind down some clock with Hyde. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo. and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.